Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn about Shopify Dev MCP Server. So what it does and how we can make it work. So before installing the MCP server, we need to check the requirements. For the requirements, we need Node.js 18 or higher installed on your system. An AI development tool like Shopify MCP such as Cursor or Gemini CLI. So you need to have a Cursor install your machine, and how you can add this into your Cursor machine. So open Cursor and go to the Cursor setting, and then Cursor setting, tools and integration and new MCP server. So let me open Cursor and if you go here in the preference, Cursor setting, and then go to the tools and MCP, from here you can add a new MCP server. I have already done this for the Shopify. Just copy and paste this configuration and you will be done. So I have already done that, so I will close that. And once you do that, you will see these 7 tools like this: about learn Shopify API, validate theme, search doc chunks, fetch full docs, validate component, validate GraphQL code logs, and Shopify Admin GraphQL API. So what is the benefit of using this MCP server? If I go back here and see what we can do, what you can ask your AI assistant. So what we can do, after you set up the MCP server, you can ask your assistant question like this: how do I create a product using the admin GraphQL API? So you can copy this command, copy this prompt, and go back to your cursor and type this this prompt over here and send this to the chat, and it will read your admin API and your document, and after that it will give you the GraphQL query. So how do I create a product using admin API? So let me allow this, and now you have a pure example how you can create a product by using the GraphQL. You can copy this and you can paste that query over here, and this is the GraphQL query. And how you can test that, you can create a product into your Shopify store. And in my Shopify store, I have installed this Shopify GraphQL app. How you can install this Shopify GraphQL app? You can go to Google and search Shopify GraphQL app, and it will take you this to GraphQL admin API, and from here you can install the Shopify GraphQL app, and you can copy the store URL. Simply copy the store URL and paste that over here and select the scope. So you can select all the scope if you are the owner of the store. Otherwise you can select the scope which you are required. So I have already done that, selected that, installed this GraphQL app in my store. So now let's try to run this query. First open the products, and so we can see what is the new product over here. Our latest product is this, and if I go back to my cursor and copy this query and try to run this query, execute this query. So our title will be so cool socks, and description will be this, vendor my band, and product type will be this, tags would be this, and product option color red and blue, name will be size name, and the another option will be size, and the value will be small and the large, and in the return we will get this information back from the back in the responses. Let's try to run this query, and once I run this query it will take a few seconds. and we get the response, we get the ID, we get the title and the option we created, and then we have extension and what was the cost of the query. We were allowed 2000 and only took 12. We still have 1988 currently available. uh, we have the cost still available, so it only costs 12. So if I go back here and reload the store, you will see we will have a new product at the top. This is the GrapQL socks product, and you can see we have a color and the size option. In the color we have red and small variant as well. So now go back to the what fields are available on the order object. So we can copy this and ask this to our cursor, and it will use the MCP server to get the right answer, and it will always give you the latest information. If you run this query on the ChatGPT or any other, they will have the old information, but when you are running MCP server on your editor, it will give you the right information, the latest information about. So the order object in the Shopify Admin API contains a comprehensive set of fields and represent everything. Like we have ID, a unique ID about the order, created at, confirmed, customer, billing, shipping address, display address, line item, subtotal, currency code, and discount code, discount application. We can get all these information about the order, and we have the link of the order object. If you click on that and open that, it will take you directly to the GraphQL API documentation, and here you can see we have all the fields available: name, ID, price, etc. So if I go back here and ask, can you fetch 5 latest orders and return all the information you mentioned above. Now it will give me query to fetch the latest 5 orders. It is running MCP tools automatically, and it will take few seconds, and inspecting the GraphQL schema, MCP tools, everything it is checking. So once it is done, it will give you the correct query. Now we have the correct query with all the information, and how we can use that, we can simply copy this long query, and if I go back here in my store and replace this query, now we have a very long query about the first order. We get the ID, description, content, email, and you can see we have subtotal, total price, currency, discount, application, and a lot of information about the order. If I run this query, and now we get the 5 orders, and we get the ID or order name, created at, confirmed, display function, display financial status, paid, display financial fulfillment status, and all the information about the order, about the customer who make this order, email, and then we have the line item, how many line items, how many items in the order, and then we have the all the line items, and the total price set, and the total price set of here, and the currency code, and the tags as well of the products, and the billing address, city, province, zip code, shipping address, everything we get about the order in a single query. And in the next order we get the more information, and this order is pending, unfulfilled. We get all the massive information, and you can create this query very quickly by using the MCP server of Shopify. So let's go back here and see another example. Show me example of Webhook subscription. So if you would like to make the webhook subscription, it will give you webhook subscription. It will give you the example like how you can register a webhook. So here is a uh, here is an example of a GraphQL query. So let me copy this and let me go back here and paste that query over here. And in the variable, we need to copy the variable, copy this, and let me explain this. So whenever the order is created, we would like to get the data from Shopify on this endpoint. You can change this endpoint with the real real with the real URL where you can get the information. So whenever the order is created, Shopify will send the information over here. So let me just try that. If I go to N8N, N8N, if I go here and let's try to create a link where we can get the order information. So if I create a new workflow and it is loading. So while it is loading, we can check this web subscription order create. It is loading now, loading now. Okay, now we need to create a new webhook subscription. So on webhook call, so we can get, we need to make the post request and the production URL, and let me copy this URL and go back over here and replace this URL, and then I will go back here and save that and make that active. Okay, now whenever a new order is created, we will get the information over here on this webhook. So let's go back here in the store and register this webhook. Now this order webhook is registered successfully. Now let's go back here and try to create a new order. Create a new order and search for the products. Let's say I add these products and save this product. Order is created, and if I go this and mark paid, and now order is created. And if I go back here in the subscription and see the execution, and now you can see we have successfully received the order information. If I click on this and check this, click on this, and now you can see we get the information about the order. Here is a body, the GraphQL, the order ID 337. If I go here and the ID is 337 in the end, and you can see everything, all the information about my order, who placed this order, how much the amount, everything about the order we get over here. Okay, so this is how you can transfer order information from one place to another. Like whenever you receive any order in the Shopify and you want to send that information in some third party place, you can register the webhook like this. So if I go back here over here, and now let's try another thing. How do I authenticate my Shopify app? It will tell you how to authenticate. What is the difference between the Admin API and Storefront API? It will tell you what is the uh, difference between the Admin API and Storefront API. So it's very easy. You can use this MCP server in your store, and you can ask him whatever you would like, and it will give you the uh, latest information about the Shopify API and about the Shopify functions, about Shopify apps, everything. So it's very good, very very nice MCP server. I use it a lot to make changes in my uh, Shopify apps. So I hope this video will make sense to you. Please let me know if you have any question. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video.